this document now, and you can make edits to it. Like, okay, you gotta remember to change that, and this is not right, and I'm gonna put in, oops. Come on. I'm gonna put in a little mark so I can remember to make a change to this. Oops, come on. And then I can say, make myself a note to change this later. It doesn't change this document, but it makes it so that I can keep track of things. So if a student, the way you guys would maybe use this is if you have students who are writing a paper, they can make it a PDF, send it to you, you could make edits or changes on this page and send it back to them. Because from here, sometimes you just gotta figure out where they want it to go. And you go to this bookstore and it's in here again and you can send it back to them. So that would be one that if you want to play with it, you could do that and send it, then you can send it back and you can email it to yourself again. I gave you guys are gonna have to go here pretty quick. I gave you the how to use Drop It To Me. Again, maybe something that you'd want to use. Drop It To Me basically gives you a URL with that's only comes to you. So if I said, I want you guys to all write me a paper, and I want you to send it to me, I would give you this link and my password, and then you would all send me your beautiful paper that you've written. It would show up in my Dropbox and my Drop It To Me, and then I could read them all at my leisure, and you didn't have to print paper, you didn't have to do anything, it just shows up in my Dropbox. And I can go ahead and make my edits or make my corrections or whatever I want to do right here, and you don't have to carry around all those stacks of paper. It's all nice and easy. But this one I wrote, this one's actually really pretty easy. So if you followed this, you'd be able to do that one very easily. Another one that you can do, just for kind of fun, if you wanted to do an app, a scanner app, the scan is all it is. You go in and you search for that in the App Store and get that app. What that'll allow you to do is scan QR codes. So I made a QR code for you guys, which is super easy. If you haven't done one of those, you just go Google QR codes and it'll show you how to do one in about 5 seconds. I don't know why it's wanted to do that to me today. It's never done that before. Alright. Alright, so the QR code that's on your sheet, you just go ahead and take your picture of it and you scan it. And this is usually the hardest part. No. QR code, it will pull up the web page that it's connected to. Okay, so boom, there you are at the Service Co-op's web page. And the reason I connected you to this one is because we have an IT specialist, and her job is to teach teachers how to use technology. And she has this little piece of her site that's called Learn It in Less Than 5. All these are little links to videos that she does to teach you how to do it. You're like, okay, Gail did a horrible job of teaching me what Dropbox was. Never fear, you have Kara who will show you in your own time how to, and again, it's going to take a little while. Normally, that's what's so cool about iPads is because they are so fast. But here's Kara telling you all about Dropbox as soon as it can get going. And so she has several of them, and she's always adding more. And I don't have this connected to speakers. So I'm not sure if you're going to be able to hear it. So, but that's what it'll do, is you can watch Kara giving a total explanation of how to use Dropbox and why you would use Dropbox by just scanning that QR code. It will take you to our website. Some of my apps that I like, just because, you got your Pandora and Secure Safe is one. If you have as many passwords to keep track of as I do, and they're just hard to keep, Secure Safe is a neat one because you can put your passwords in there, and instead of having that piece of paper that you hide in your desk that nobody's supposed to know that those are all your passwords, you can put it into an app like that. Airserver App is what you could use if you didn't want to buy an Apple TV. The airserverapp.com, it's not an app that you put on your iPad, you have to put it on your computer. The iServerApp.com allows you to show what's on your computer screen what's on your app onto your computer screen, which is connected to a projector. So if this is the room Kathy does all of her teaching in, she could buy the Airserver app from airserverapp.com, put it on this machine, and it would allow what she's doing on here to run through there and show on there, or this, just like this does. This is $100. You get you can put it on 5 computers for $15. But you have to have at least Vista on your computer. And it would only work if this is the only room you ever would want to use. If you're going to travel and you're going to be going to different places, an Apple TV is what you want. If you're always in this room and you want to be able to do this from your iPad and show a YouTube video about something new that's going on in programming, you can do it right from here. You guys wanted to know more about how to use Excel and things like that. I'm not going to lie to you. It's just not that easy. The iPads are just not great for creating documents in Excel. They're not bad if you're using iCloud and Drop It To Me or Dropbox to go in and edit things, but to create a document in Excel is not easy. There are a couple of apps, they're paid apps, they're like $20, that they say are pretty good, but I was out there researching them and they did some updates and now they're not working very good. So you pay $20 for this app and then the fixes they made aren't very good fixes. So Apple has what's called numbers, pages. The other one's like a presentation one. Those are $10 a piece and they were designed for an iPad. And numbers would probably be, if you do a lot of graphs and you're going to do a lot of stuff into an Excel type of document, you might want to consider purchasing numbers. If you're not going to be doing a lot of that, you can just as easily make it on your computer, drop it in here, and do your edits when you're out on the boat or wherever. It's just not great. If you're kind of wondering, do you get an iPod or one of the other tablets, Microsoft just came out with what's called the Surface, and that is what it does, supposedly. It is for Excel and Word and PowerPoint. It is Microsoft's tablet. So all of those that you're used to are going to be more usable on the Surface, but it's brand spanking new, and I don't know very many people who have one yet. I know some of our CTE teachers, that's what they got, our business teachers, they chose to get a Surface instead of an iPad. So I'm waiting to see what they think of those. So what did I miss? What did you really want to know that I didn't get to? Yeah?
I don't remember what exactly I was doing, but I was in D2L through my iPad and it wouldn't let me leave feedback. And I don't know if I was doing something wrong or if that's some sort of incompatibility between D2L and the iPad.
Did it only happen once?
You have to press and get the cursor in the right spot, and then kind of do a return a couple times and get a little space in there.
Any different from on a regular computer?
Yeah, because it's all kind of boxed up and botched up looking, and it's hard to respond. But you can get the cursor and you can type stuff in and it'll work, but it's not. And if you do like paragraphs, it runs it all together in one. Even if you do multiple sentences and space it, it runs it all together. So it's not great as far as responding to feedback sometimes.
That's, and any time, if it's not an app, you usually are gonna have some issues with it. You know, like, my son, I can go to Campus Portal and I can check his grades and I can manipulate it really easy in there. But if I go to where my daughters go to school and go to their website to get to their parent portal, much more complicated. I can't do anything in there because it's not an app. So it's just, until they make it an app, it doesn't, not all of them are gonna work really well. So, and D2, I'm sure they're not planning on making that app.
But, so
So-
the West is phasing towards an app for our website.
So you're gonna have to go ahead and have the
Timeline, I don't know,
page.
but they're making.
Okay, so that wasn't very helpful. An easier question, anybody?
Now, Gail is willing to stay until 2 o'clock for quick questions and answers.